Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Avowed. Welcome back to the garden, and to what is I suspect this time, the final episode of the series. But if you look at the title, it doesn't say last episode or ending or whatever it is. Let's play ending? What do I put in the title? I think it's let's play ending. Anyways, then I'm wrong, but I think it is. But we'll find out.
Going this way.
Oh, whoa! Hello, beautiful.
Or maybe we are.
This is why I had to bring Marius as well. I need his sarky comments and his general demeanor. Annoyingly, Marius and Kai both want to talk to me, but I just chatted to them all, so I don't know why. Ooh, oh, 2 blood-rife toadstools. Wow, this might be bigger than I expected. We've all been there, right? Okay, so this is where you get your fancy upgrade materials from. There's blood-rife toadstools everywhere. Keep doing that every time, apparently. Where am I going? What am I doing? Ooh. Maybe we can still get new gear at this point. That would be exciting. Aedyr Barn, unfortunately. I guess this is the game of saying, like, yeah, if you haven't upgraded, because I think it would be very difficult to be fully upgraded by now. You know, we haven't upgraded the book, the grimoire. We obviously haven't upgraded the gun. I think if you wanted to be fully upgraded, that would be quite tough at this point. Dreamfall Elder Black Bear. So this is a game being like, well, you know, we're going to sort you out for those last little bits, basically. Letter from Tane. Ah, of Tane's magic chaotic orb. Dear Lengraf, I made it to the garden somehow. The last thing I remember is getting lost, stumbling through the woods past a volcano, and now here I am. Then again, maybe it was all a dream. Maybe this is a dream too. What else is new? The plants were a nice touch, but a bit too humanoid. They'd fit right in at the halls obscured, a little greenery to brighten up the enclosures. Anyway, I believe this marks the end of my sightseeing tour of the Living Lands. Not a moment too soon. I miss the comforts of home. Now, how do I leave? Oh well, I'll figure something out. I always do. Wink. Your friend, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. P.S. I'm leaving this here for you, or a future version of you to find someday. Take care. See you at the next meeting at the Circle. I'll save you a seat next to me at the big table. Oh my god! Scared the life out of me. What do you think is a myth? We've read like several letters from him at this point. Where? I'm sure he's here somewhere. I know, Bear. I hear you.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
Oh, right. I thought that corpse was Tane for a second. But, no. Tane wouldn't be defeated by such silly things.
Protect the envoy.
Where'd he go?
Never had a chance.
Found him. You cheeky little blighter. Come here. You're very much annoying me now. Stop it. Get bonked. Oh, wait, I leveled up again? Magfolk Orison II. Life is a prayer. Of the insisted ones? We made a holy slaughter. The young we smothered with our hands. Of the oldest we made fires. We rendered them down to fuel to clear the insisted growth. From some we removed the hands, from others the feet, from others the features, all of which we gathered in heaps, which drew the insisted wildlife to feed. Into these heaps we set poison. Of the severed heads we made pyramids, 10 heads to a side, and the count of heads in each pyramid was 385. Of these pyramids there were counted 7,707. Jesus, they killed so many. We spared those who could run with vigour so that they would lead us to other dwellings if they insisted. We made it known that mercy could be purchased by tribute, so they would gather together their livestock, their wine and wealth to present to us. The first 10 of these were accepted and gave mercy, then after the 11th we began to kill all those assembled. In the way we made them gather themselves to be taken census and killed. In this way we approached God through prayer. Really? You want to claim? I mean, they do. They're doing it for their god. Like, no wonder Thingy went crazy. No wonder Sapadal was tearing everything to shreds afterwards. It's mad. Oh, we leveled up again. It's a bit crazy. Bit more crit damage. We crit quite a lot, so it's worth taking. I'm not at the point where I really care anymore. And that's not a criticism. It's just that I've got everything I really care about, you know? Which is good.
Don't see a better way down. You first. I'll be right behind you.
Allons-y!
Free to me, you.
Nobody say a word. Imagine that from Giata. Oh, for God's sake, man. Imagine that from Giata and Marius' perspective.
Let's go.
Finish this.
Roar 10. Nicely done.
I'm gonna die at this rate. God damn.
Roar 10.
Giata and Marius have been with us on this gigantic journey. It's taken ages. Been through so much together. We finally reached the garden. You know, the culmination of everything we've been looking for.
That'll show 'em.
And and the envoy just flings himself into a rock and dies. And that's it. That's the end of your journey. It's all over. And she's just lying there dead. What do you do? He says, oh well, I guess we'll go home now then. I would love a game that reckoned with that somehow. I don't know how you would possibly do it, honestly. I don't see how you do it at all. But it would be cool if there was a way to reckon with the idea that when the protagonist dies, what that means for your companions, you know?
Right. How did I know I'd be jumping into a giant pool of water
I'm just going to save it.
today?
360 no scope! Oh, I nearly landed on the rock. It's a death trap, this area, let me tell you. Oh, it's enemies. And enemies. Well, at least I got a chance to talk to Marius and Kai. And we'll probably be able to upgrade the book, given how many plants we've already found. Wait, I didn't level up this time. Why would I not level up this time, but I leveled up last time? That's interesting. Honestly, I see that we can get Yatsley and do it, but I'm not sure I'm even going to bother with that. Yeah, we're going to. Of course we are. Of course we are. Marius.
Envoy,
Marius.
what do you need?
Oh,
Pleasant dreams.
I thought you wanted to chat, Kai.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
Didn't realize you had such eclectic taste.
I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to love about floating islands and a spectral tree? Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
Captivity is a risky proposition. Kith or beast, it makes its victims docile or desperate.
And Sapadal definitely isn't docile. Not from what we saw on Mount Forja, or outside the ruins of Nakukubel.
Sapadal and I talk about compassion and forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better.
Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god?
Indeed.
I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
Also very true. I know.
I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, when, we escape this place.
What do you mean?
While we're tracking down your god, things are heating up between your Aedyran comrades and the locals.
Yeah, that.
You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Hilgard banned the practice in Paradise.
That was indefensible. Indefensible.
That's mighty principled of you, but your moral stance isn't going to cool any tensions. Not if Hilgard's still bringing soldiers into Paradise by the shipload. And that's not all. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah, I know all this, Kai. Thank you.
And then there's Solace.
Kai.
You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time.
It's a volcano. You can't blame us for a volcano.
You'd be surprised where people can find blame when they're spun up. And it looks real bad when a Steel Garrote force just so happened to be there when it went down. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's going to be laid at Aedyr's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Hilgard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
He's alright. He's alright, Hilgard.
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
The people that are living lands deserve freedom. I won't help anyone subjugate them.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. And lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Thanks, Kai.
Anytime.
I don't mean to burden you, he says, as he lists all the terrible things going on.
Good night, Envoy.
And inevitably going to happen. What do you mean you don't mean to
And that
burden
is why
me?
Envoy, what do you need? You too.
Says he wants to chat, but he clearly doesn't.
And
Right, we should be able to... I need glasswood branches. I should be able to make a bunch of those, yep. Okay, Grimoire, max level. I'm going to hold off on leveling up the gun because A, I don't use it, and B, maybe we'll find something else.
And that is why Aedyr and Copper are the only reliable conductors of soul essence. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
Right. I think you lost me a while back there.
Just going to bring Yatsley along for a second. Oh.
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
I had to rest. This place is exhausting in a way I can't describe.
Your soul is small. The essence weighs like the sea on your chest. We feel the pressure, darkness, yet somehow strengthened resolve. We wonder.
Actually, Sabadell, I've got a question for you.
We did not foresee this.
Still owe me answers.
A debt of knowledge. We concede.
What would you do if you weren't imprisoned? Yeah.
The sky is green. The fish breathes air. We can no longer imagine.
Take your time.
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
What about the people who live on those hills?
Disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Shake the roots slowly. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be.
What was that?
We spoke of flowers.
No, you definitely didn't.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
She's got a whole Smeagol Gollum thing going on, you know?
That's done. Child play.
Cheers, you absolute. Okay. Godless Shrine. Wild Walker Armor. Please be good? Maybe? Receiving an elemental status applies that status to all nearby targets. Plus 20 fire, frost, and shock accumulation. Oh boy. Right, does it look cool first of all? Again, it looks way cooler in the preview than it does on my character. It looks terrible. I think that might be better. I'm never below 30% health, really. And 5% crit chance is good. Is it better than plus 20 fire and frost accumulation? Probably not. I'm going to keep hold of that one. I don't know if we're ever going to have to... I mean, I'll have to upgrade that one and we'll see how it ends up once it's upgraded. But... Hey, guys. I'm just going to keep Yasli with me, I guess. I kind of wanted to bring Marius, but now that that's just happened, I'm a bit like, well, you know, we might need Yasli again. And to be fair, she'd really enjoy this as well. That's a lot of Delmon gone. Ooh, okay, we're gonna find a lot of stuff. It's pretty exciting anyway. Charm of Bones. Summon a trio of skeletons to fight with you. How does this work? Do I need to activate it? No. 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 Oh, it's there. Oh. I didn't know that's how they worked. Wow, I've been not knowing that the entire game. I don't think we're gonna use this one, but I want to give it a go.
Or am I going mad? What is the meaning of this?
No.
It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
Seeing plants, a lot of them looking at us.
At least I'm not going mad. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
I think the garden is misleading us, playing with our senses.
Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Oh, that's weird.
Finally, you've come home.
It's not just me, right? The plants are talking.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
Hi.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm chatting to them.
Giada Castel. Welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
Oh no. Also, that noise is so creepy. That soft, creaky noise is very disconcerting. You're saying Sapadal was responsible for the lab accident.
No, this can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
I'm sorry, Giata.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
That's very gracious.
Indulge me a moment. I've been waiting a long time for this. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
Not to be pedantic, but that was 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
I trust you to make this decision yourself.
Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
Ready.
May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
Give her space, dearie. Giada will speak more when she's ready.
Doing a lovely little dance move. Oh, they're all holding hands. Oh, it's a little strange. Get me out. That door opens from the other side. I think. I mean, it goes through the crack there. Must be an alternate way down here, I guess. This was just loot, wasn't it? Yeah. It's definitely a more expansive area with more going on than I thought it was going to be. I'm glad that I decided to split this into 2 videos, because there's no way it was going to all fit in one. What am I doing? Something silly. Alright, Giotto, let's chat. Understandable, you might want a little talk after that, to be fair.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapodal's.
She's being very gracious about it, yeah, you were very generous.
Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to blame. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
So that's kind of why, yeah, she admires them. She okay, yeah, she's obviously sad, and there will be anger there and resentment about what happened and what Sapodal did, but her parents achieved something miraculous as far as she's concerned. That they had this immense breakthrough, and that is more valuable to her than anything else.
As an animancer, I do admire them. I really do. As their daughter, it's complicated. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
Wonder if Sapodal would be willing to assist you.
They probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. But that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
Stir the pot, stir the pot. You owe it to yourself to continue your research and grow as an animancer.
I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it.
Sure, it'll be ambitious and unexpected.
Knowing me, maybe a little too ambitious and unexpected. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
No worries.
You're good with the animancy stuff. You should keep, doing that.
I guess we'll stick with these two. You never know. Right, can we finally move on? I think we can.
I see the disciple has found her way into the cell.
Hey, Wodika.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
It must be dedicated. Oh, apologies. How many Meg folk do I need to destroy to shut you up?
I would strike you down for that. Unfortunately, I can use you.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
I like your hat. All I know is that Sapodal needs help.
Help? It has forged the iron of its own restraints. Do you think you're special? With your god's thorn in your side?
My mum says I'm special.
Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
No. I knew it.
You suspected. Then you must have understood why.
Yeah, I know why, Boudica.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
Yeah, except I have seen, you know, I've heard all the totem conversations, and I know you were just kind of freaking out about this god this god they can control. That's what it was.
Chaos threatens us all. We will ensure order prevails. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
You ordered the Meg folk to kill them too.
Of course I did. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
You massacred them.
A regrettable consequence of a necessary war.
I wonder how they'd feel about that.
I have no time for the lamentations of heretics.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Aedyr is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
It's not your order. That doesn't mean it's anarchy.
I refuse to even dignify that with a response.
Oh.
But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
I wonder if Ludwig is dead. Maybe if we assume there is a final boss, it could be Boudica in one of the magfolk. I can't do this. Get out of the garden now. I'll never work with you. Yeah, screw you, Boudica.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will.
Rude.
But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god.
Damn right. I think that really has to be the lesson for all of this. All gods are dicks.
You asked for it!
Come here, you.
Another soul for the wheel.
Yeah, I don't know, it's tough. But, oh, they finally leveled up. Took ages. I'm really surprised. Oh no, we leveled up again? Because didn't I put it in toughness? I guess I did put it in toughness. How is there another companion level? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we can double up. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, I was wrong. I must have hit 27 last time. Wow, we leveled up really quickly then. It was the opposite. Oh, no. No, we didn't. We put it in damaging criticals. Yeah, it took ages. I don't know, that's strange. Right. Well, heal, surely. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to put the damage reduction on this. I think that's pretty strong. Yotsley's attack will frost or shock them. That sounds good to me. Not really care about any of these. Cool. I saw a shiny. I did see a shiny. Oh, sarcophagus key. Life is a prayer. Is the task done? In just one task time, we marched upon the land and subdued all the insisted and shattered their dwellings. We made meal of their bones and packed it into concrete so it would not re-enter the land. We extirpated their tongue and their disbeliefs forever. From there, their rulers we received surrender, and unto those rulers we delivered ruin, thus always to the godless. Now God Function has not prayed back to us in 10 multiples of the task time. If we cannot receive God Function's feedback, we cannot know if we are approaching God, and if we are not approaching God, then we are withdrawing from God. It is wrong to withdraw from God. We must pray to God Function to provide pray-back. But 10 multiples of the task time in prayer have gone unanswered. Without God Function, the higher caramel of our minds is missing. What the fuck are you talking about? And where's this key? Have I missed something? I mean, obviously missed something. I don't want to not open it. It looks cool. But I think I've missed out on a key somewhere. This brings me great sadness. What about these on the wall? They're very suspicious. I might end up Googling this one because I want to find it, but I don't want to be here for too long. I want to get a shuffle on. Where's the key? Tell me where the key is. Google. Where's my phone? Sarcophagus, we're in the garden. Sarcophagus garden key. It's a strange sentence, actually, now that I think about it. The garden sarcophagus. How to use the sarcophagus. In the garden, share where to find a sarcophagus key. Okay, fantastic. The player's looking for the sarcophagus key. Where's his relative? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh. No, I don't understand. After you mate, you'll come across a chamber with a small, perfectly round pool of water. I don't know. If it's not... I don't know. I'm going to move on. I don't know. I mean, we can't really go back. So it must be here somewhere. Right, it must be further on, in theory. Alright. Maybe. I'm going to assume yes. I'm going to assume we have to come back. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Alas. We move. We shuffle. And if we have to come back, we'll come back. Strange. This is yeah, there's a point of no return. I'm not gonna get it. I wonder why not. I was about to say something. Oh, it's a magfolk.
There was time to study it.
I was about to say something's definitely gonna try to murder me out here. Big wide open area. Oh, it's a toughie, isn't it? What the hell? This thing's got boss health. I wonder if this works. Get Eora, nerd! Really is a toughie. god, Arjaban from a kill. I guess it makes sense. At this point, you may as well just load us up with resources, really. Oh, there's someone there.
What is that?
I was gonna say, it looks like Marius.
Place, right?
Marius? You okay, buddy?
Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
I might have been wrong about this being the final episode, ironically. I really thought I was dead close, but the game has, it's got a bit of a butt on it, you know, it carries on a little bit. Now, was Yonku there when we first started talking to Marius, or did he zoom in? Because I swear I blinked and he appeared. So I don't know if it was just very, very well timed, or if I'm just blind, basically. Yonku, right? You look better than when we last met.
What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
Is it actually him?
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
Take your time. We'll be here with you.
Right. Okay, I can do this. Let's get into it.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
We didn't actually do anything to Razvan at all. Marius got his closure. Are you looking for closure too?
I have as much closure as I'm going to get. I am part of this land's god now. A dream of the land.
Were you always such a blessed a poet? Or is that a death thing?
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
I kind of like this. It sounds harsh, this one, but that is how I personally feel. He's not your responsibility. Finding a reason to live is his burden to carry. That isn't something you can put onto other people, you know? I think he might take this the wrong way, but I do believe this to be true, so I'm going to go for it.
It was a burden I wasn't ready to carry. I went out on patrol nearly every rotation, looking for Razvan or death, or ideally, both. Don't be like me, Marius. You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
Forgive each other. Never be able to move on without it.
I feel strongly that there's nothing left to forgive.
Easier said than accepted, Viate. Forgiving myself is the hardest part. We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
Aww. It's good to see you two together. I can tell you love each other very much.
More like tolerate, in my case, but... right.
See what I put up with, Envoy? Still wonder why I left Solace?
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Best well, Yanku.
Well, it was... good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Even amongst the
Take care
piles
my
and
little
piles of
friend,
corpses.
Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
I've got you, Yanku. Don't worry about it. I love my angry little dwarf. Where am I going? What am I doing? Yellow. Wild War. Ah, cool. Critical hit chance is the same. Critical hits have a 15% chance to root the enemy in place. It's not going to beat out 25% crit damage. It's just not. Rooting in place. If I was a mage, maybe, or like an arc. No, I think those are good if you're ranged, because you want to shoot someone, crit them, root them in place, and then you can keep shooting them, right? For me, I don't really care if enemies are rooted in place, because I'm going to sit there bonking them on the head anyway. So whether they're rooted or not is basically irrelevant to me. Oh, I didn't do the thing. Alright, alright, alright. Ow, stop. God damn. I forgot to summon my skeletons. I forgot I was using it. I don't see a world where it doesn't suck, but I wanted to try it out at the very least. Thanks, Giata. That's like a fairy circle. Mushroom circle kind of thing. Fairies were a big part of my life. No, I'm not going to say they were a big part of my life. That wouldn't be strictly true. But, nice. But, growing up in the Isle of Man, at least in part, fairies are... Ah, it's a shortcut. Oh, maybe we could still find the sarcophagus key then. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I actually don't need to go back for any reason yet. I know it says Marius wants to swords me, but it always says that. But, you know, there was the fairy bridge, and we always taught about the fairies and how they wanted to kill everyone. Yeah. I'm a little bit paranoid that the shortcut didn't turn out to be a shortcut. There's this little bridge in the Isle of Man that you always used to drive over in the middle of...
No one was left to clean up the battlefield. Now it's just a time-forgotten ruin.
I'm not used to quiet.
God, the belly made a dent. Wait, is there two of them? What? Oh, wait. Skeleton friends. Tim. One's called Tim. Whoa. What? Go on, Tim. Get him, Tim. Run out of essence. Ooh. I can't tell if Tim's doing. I'm gonna die. Eh, 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 eh. It was really close. Right, what did I give up to get Tim? It was good, wasn't it? I mean, it's not that good. Right, boys. I might keep him around for a little bit. He'll loot somewhere. Ooh. Ring of Amplification. Power attacks cause larger hit reactions. That sounds utterly pointless. Get rid of that nonsense. That hit me like a truck. I can't believe there's two of them. Like I know I'm playing on hard and I've set myself some silly little rules, but come on now. I don't expect to take damage. I have to actually treat the game seriously at all. That's nonsense. Oh yeah, of course. Essence potions heal me.
It belongs to Tama.
Oh. Yeah, it's Thomas can. I think it seems like everyone's gonna get their own little horrifying hallucination moment, basically. Yep, here we are.
This room. It looks just like Tama's.
Hey Kai. You ready for this, buddy?
Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine.
So, I'm curious actually. So this is Kai's. We've seen Maris's. We've seen Giarta's. What's Yardley's gonna be? Like, these three I could have predicted. Yardley's I'm not so sure. If I had to guess, it'll be something about, like, the destruction of Fior. Nothing else really comes to mind.
Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
No. Some reptiles shift their colours according to what their observers expect to see. Is that really relevant?
That's the problem. I don't know what I expect anymore. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
What do you see when you look at this Tama?
I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger.
Is that good or bad? It's kind of good.
I'm not.
Yeah.
All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
And so are you.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. I'm not letting my regret define me. I won't make that mistake again.
You've come a long way, buddy.
And we've got farther to go before this is over. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the dream scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between, probably.
I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Well, you've had your moment. Tama's haiku. The hidden heart thirsts, my spring beneath the desert. It was always you. Oh, he's gone. Ooh. Everyone's got their own little tragic backstory. That's the worst, that though. That you could have been happy together. You could have been in love and joyful, and circumstance and fear kept you apart. How dare fear? What is this from? I'm about to quote something, but I don't remember what it is. Is it The Office? It might be The Office. It's something about how dare we let fear control us? How dare we let such a silly, primal, nowadays nigh on pointless instinct control our emotions or how we feel about people or anything like that, you know? I can't remember the line, but it's true. Imagine not being with the person you love out of fear that maybe they won't feel the same way, or out of fear that you'll get hurt down the line or something. It's nonsensical. Absolutely nonsensical. Life is a prayer. Life is a mystery. I cannot approach God among the noisy company of the shimmed. Their false God function deludes them. All their labour now is divine onanism, and I do not think it can bear fruit. Great loops of false prayback. I won't say Fruit Loops. You can't put fruit and loops that close together. Of false prayback now garrote their society, and every day these loops tighten. The exaltation of self-validation accelerates as the shimmed improve their talent at falsifying prayback. No, excuse me. Blog. They render every action holy and godlike and begin to see any choice as an approach to God. They have even begun to seek the Godhead for themselves, whether through the synthesis of divinity or through re-emanation. Some seek to divide themselves into children, their souls are divided into children. Others seek congress with the land in the manner of the tree, whether by prosthetic imitation or ritual. This, I know, is blasphemy. But they no longer know the way towards God from their way that departs God. They have made themselves their own compass, and wherever they turn, the needle always points ahead. A great and rapturous chaos will overtake them once everything is holy. I have gone out into the godless land to seek God in the resumption of my purpose. Some trace of the insisted ones must remain. I will find it. If I cannot find it, I will wait until it finds me. I've said this before, but I retain that if you were, like, learning English, this game would be a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. There's so much. I mean, it's really nicely written in general. I don't say that as a criticism. Well, I've got to assume we can upgrade the book at the very least. Right, there's a thing here. I don't see any of them right now. There's a lovely little pool over here. With lots of lovely spiders, skeletons. I need some essence of help, actually. You know, I complained about hit reactions, but situations like that, I look at that and think, yeah, if I could have smaller hit reactions, that would actually be really helpful. Because it interrupts my mace attack sometimes. Get bonked.
Yatsley, well done.
Once again, underappreciated in my own time.
No time to waste. We need to find your god.
Where? I don't see any of them. Do I see any of them? I don't see any of them. Do I see any of them? I just need to see one. If I can, well, I can get up there. Actually, I just saw an item up there. I need to see one to know I'm in the right area, you know? But the fact that I can't see any would suggest to me that they're not here. It would suggest to me that they're elsewhere. Oh.
What, like it's hard?
Okay. Right, well, there's one there. I know I've just seen one at the other side as well.
Little power goes
There's one down there. Okay. We'll figure it all out. Right. We'll end it there. I kind of sat down today thinking, right, I'm going to finish off Avowed. And then 2 videos later, I'm still not done. I'm like, well, I kind of want to go play Oblivion, but I'm really enjoying Avowed as well. We definitely got more out of the game. There were reports before the game came out of people finishing the game in like less than 20 hours, which I'm sure you could do if you just hammered the main quest, but I really think you would not get the full experience if you did that. It's turned into a longer and more enjoyable playthrough than I expected. It's been really good. But we have 1 episode left. I'm sure this time 1 episode left. I'll see you lovely folks then. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much up as always. Bye-bye.